Thank you, Chairman. I support this amendment, and I think it's important that we do as well. You know, even as we in Congress are discussing FISA, we've seen the bad abuses in our intelligence agencies over the past several years. We should be working to clean that up. Never did Congress authorize the purchase of data, and it is important that we not give intelligence agencies a workaround from warrants and protections, even as we're debating whether or not what kind of protection should be on FISA. At least there is a process. This goes outside of a process to collect data. Now, some would say, well, shouldn't law enforcement agencies have the same, purchase capabilities as an insurance company? Well, an insurance company can't put you in jail. And it's so important that our first priority here is to protect the rights and securities and liberty of the American people and the freedoms that are enshrined in our Constitution that we understand to be inalienable and a gift from God. And the idea that intelligence agencies could perhaps, buy up data on who purchased firearms or location data on what clubs you went to or what houses of worship you went to or data on, other things that you bought. It's just something that the federal government should have to go through a warrant process to be able to get that kind of information. They shouldn't be able to buy up data and then scan facial recognition technology and throw this all in their database without some sort of process where there's a burden of proof attached to it. And so our jobs are our first priority. Our job to keep the American people safe is an important priority. That is why we do so much to support the Department of War and everything that's happening and our law enforcement. But our first job is to keep the American people free. And we have to continue to do that. And so I support this amendment and encourage adoption of it. Thank you, Chairman. I yield back.